It's almost yummy turkey time, almost yummy turkey time.
Slow down, Rye. We've got some things to cover before then.
Like Pat Mahomes' dirty underwear and the insane Icelandic earthquakes?
That's right. I'm Pamela Kirkland.
And I'm Ryan Willard. It's Tuesday, November 21st.
This is 10 Things You Need to Know.
Processing.
Happy Tuesday, tenors. The word of the week is Thanksgiving, a holiday filled with yummy food and family time. But sometimes we have to travel to spend time with family, and AAA is forecasting the 2023 Thanksgiving travel period to be the third busiest ranking behind 2005 and 2019. AAA predicts there will be 55.4 million people traveling between the Wednesday before Thanksgiving through the following Sunday. This includes more than 49 million Americans driving during that 5-day period, plus more than 3 million seats on 22,000 flights just on Sunday, November 26th. So if you and your family are hitting the road or skies this Thanksgiving, tune into your favorite episode of the 10 News and be safe.
Best of luck to all of the travelers out there. And speaking of luck, did you know that Patrick Mahomes has worn the same pair of underwear every game since his first NFL season?
Ew!
Mahomes sports the underpants every game day, and he washes them every once in a while. He claims that if the Chiefs are on a hot streak, that he can't wash them. He's got to keep it rolling, and as long as he's winning football games, he'll keep the superstition going. Between Taylor Swift and Patrick Mahomes' underpants, I'd say the Chiefs are the luckiest team out there.
Nice!
Speaking of pop stars, Pink gave away 2,000 banned books at her Florida concerts. Pink teamed up with Pen America and the Florida bookstore Books and Books to combat book bans that are targeting authors who write about topics like race and LGBTQ identity. According to data released by Pen America, Florida overtook Texas during the last school year with more books banned in public school classrooms and libraries than any other state in the union.
This is an outrage!
As a part of her 2023 Trust Fall Tour, the artist gave away 4 books, including The Family Book by Todd Parr, The Hill We Climb by Gorman, Beloved by Toni Morrison, and a book from the movement Girls Who Code, founded by Reshma Saujani.
In sad news, former First Lady Rosalynn Carter has died at the age of 96. She and former President Jimmy Carter had just celebrated their 77th wedding anniversary this summer. She's perhaps best known for making the role of First Lady mean more than just hosting parties at the White House. She wanted to use her role to help others and worked on causes that meant a lot to her, like humanitarian causes, ending homelessness, and expanding access to mental health care. And in Washington, D.C. last week, demonstrators gathered at the National Mall for a rally in support of Israel. Coined as the March for Israel, people came together to show support for the country and condemn the recent rise of anti-Semitism in the United States. Supporters called for the release and return of hostages taken by the Hamas terrorist group, and the event shed light on the need for Jewish communities across the world to live free from hate. The march comes just 6 weeks following the attack on Israel, with no end in sight as the conflict continues between Israel and Hamas. Time for a break for the grown-ups, and then we'll be back with NASA news, a horse on a plane, and getting ready for a big parade.
The Frozen podcast is original storytelling in the world of Frozen and includes beloved characters like Elsa, Anna, and Olaf. There will be 12 episodes, 2 released each week with over half out now. Or you can listen to all the episodes now, ad-free on Wondery Plus, or as they come out, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Processing.
We are back with some news from NASA. 2 NASA astronauts, Jasmine Mogbelli and Laurel O'Hara, were conducting a spacewalk from the International Space Station when all of a sudden, their tool bag slipped into orbit. This wasn't just a hammer and some nails either. The tool bag is valued at $100,000 and was being used to make repairs on ISS equipment. Luckily, the mishap occurred after the equipment was no longer needed. The tool bag is expected to be in Earth's orbit for a few months at a slow descent before reaching about 70 miles above the Earth's surface and disintegrating. In the meantime, stargazers can catch a glimpse of it just by peeking through their binoculars.
That's incredible.
You might think I'm horsing around this next headline, but I can assure you that it actually happened. A 747 cargo plane was en route from New York to Belgium when it had to return to John F. Kennedy International Airport after a horse escaped its stall. The horse was reported loose by the pilot about 30 minutes into the flight, forcing the cargo plane to make a U-turn back to New York where they could resecure the animal. It's still unclear how the horse escaped during the first flight, but they were able to take off again a short time after and successfully arrived at their European destination.
Up next, we're shaking things up with weather news. Last week, Iceland experienced over 1,500 earthquakes in just 2 days. The quakes put the country on high alert for potential volcanic eruptions in addition to detected sulfur dioxide gas, indicating that magma is close to the surface. As the situation continues to escalate, Iceland is under a state of emergency with thousands of people evacuated from earthquake-affected areas.
With Thanksgiving just 2 days away, I'm sure you've already watched a few holiday movies with your family. But did you know that there's a company that will pay someone to watch them? That's right. CableTV.com is looking for their Chief of Cheer position to watch 25 holiday movies within 25 days. This dream job pays $2,500 and includes a one-year membership to 7 different streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu. The position is tasked with keeping track of each movie watched and ranking it across 3 categories, including nostalgia, heartwarming storytelling, and holiday cheer, plus ranking the streaming services in terms of accessibility, functionality, and holiday movie selection. Do you think you have what it takes to be the next Chief of Cheer?
Best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Before you're glued to your favorite holiday movie, don't forget to tune in to the 97th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The parade will start 30 minutes earlier this year on Thursday, November 23rd in New York City and includes over 5,000 volunteers, 16 character balloons, 26 floats, and more than 700 clowns. Among the 26 floats, there are new attractions like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem float and the Palace of Sweets by Brock's float that showcases all things gingerbread. And for the grown-ups who are older than myself, you'll be happy to hear that pop sensation Cher is this year's performer.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That was 10 things you need to know.
Now it's almost turkey time. Now it's almost turkey time.
Ryan, what are you grateful for?
Well, I'm grateful that we have Thursday off and that I will be eating 7 pounds of candied yams. Oh, I'm also grateful for the tenors that listen to our show. What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for good food and lots of family time. I'm Pamela Kirkland.
And I'm Ryan Willard. Thanks for listening to the 10 News.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Data transfer complete.